Module Efes Nikud Shalosh. Shalosh means 3. Kaf to Samech. Vowels and syllables, Part 3. Segment Efes Nikud Shalosh Nikud Alef. Explanation. Vowels, Part 3. U-O class vowels. To this point, we've explored A-class vowels and I-E class vowels. The third and final class of vowels for us to learn are known as U or O class vowels. There are 6. The first is cholam. Cholam. You'll recognize it as a raised dot above and to the left of the consonant which it follows. When following the consonant mem, it produces the syllable mo, mo. Next is cholam vav, cholam vav. Here that same dot rests on top of the letter that we know as vav. However, in this case, the vav is not pronounced as a consonant. Rather, together, the dot and the vav symbol produce the sound O. If the cholam vav is preceded by a mem, this is another syllable that is pronounced mo. Please note there is no V sound in this syllable. Now we should be aware that there are certain words where we will find a genuine vav followed by a cholam. So it would introduce the V sound, v, followed by O, vo. A later module will give you some practice recognizing when this is the case, and when we should rather recognize the cholam atop the vav symbol as strictly the vowel, cholam vav, with the value O. That will come, as is noted in a footnote, a little bit later in section Efes Nikud Chamesh, that means 5, Nikud Gimel. Next is the kibbutz. This is a cluster of 3 dots arranged diagonally below the consonant. This will produce an oo sound as in the English word lute. If preceded by the consonant mem, the resulting syllable is mu, mu. The next vowel is called shurek, shurek. It's written as the symbol vav with a dot in the middle. Here's another situation where, although we have the shape of the consonant vav, there is no V sound in this symbol. It is strictly a vowel. So if preceded by the letter mem, the resulting syllable is pronounced mu. Just as a future segment will help us distinguish times when cholam atop a vav is cholam vav over against vav plus cholam, pronounced vo, so also a future segment will help us recognize those times when the dot in a vav is the vowel shurek with the value u, over against those times when a dot in the vav is actually the consonant vav with a dagesh. The section where you will learn about this is Efes Nikud Chamesh. Again, Chamesh is 5. Nikud Dalet. Don't concern yourself with it for the time being. We'll address it and build your skill in this particular area in just a little bit. There is no distinction between the sound as we now produce it for the vowel kibbutz or the vowel shurek. Perhaps in ancient times they were differentiated. The next vowel is known as chatef chametz. Chatef chametz. This is one of those combination symbols where we find the shava, the colon-shaped pair of dots, preceding another symbol that we've already encountered, in this case the chametz, the T-shaped vowel. This produces the value O. So if preceded by the consonant mem, the syllable would be pronounced mo. The last consonant in the UO class is known as kametz chatuf. Kametz chatuf. This one does not occur very regularly. It is comprised of the symbol that looks just like a kametz, the T-shaped symbol. Only this time it will not produce an A value, but an O value. So if preceded by the consonant mem, the resulting syllable is pronounced mo. We will not distinguish the pronunciation of this from some of the other O value vowels that have been presented. This again will sound like mo. Two more observations may be helpful regarding the kametz chatuf. We can recognize a kametz chatuf when it appears in a syllable that is both closed and at the same time unaccented. The kametz occurring when both of those conditions hold true will be pronounced O. Now at this point, you may be thinking to yourself, how do I recognize a closed syllable? And am I sure that I am recognizing accented and unaccented properly? At this time, simply notice this rule. It will probably take several more exposures to this rule until finally it settles in and you are comfortable with it. As far as closed and open syllables, later in this very same unit, you will receive some training to help you recognize them. The second observation is this. When either a chatef kametz, which produces the sound O, or a kametz chatuf, which produces the sound O, when either of these follow a kametz, then you can know that that particular kametz is in reality a kametz chatuf. In the footnote, there is an observation that a well-known woman's name in Hebrew follows this particular rule. It's the name Naomi. Another footnote lists some of the most commonly occurring words which contain a kametz chatuf. Later on, you may want to come back to this page and read them and learn a few of them so that they will help you recognize proper pronunciation. In addition, this textbook will routinely highlight words containing a kametz chatuf to support you in accurate pronunciation.